What's up, everybody? Happy Father's Day. Hope you guys had a wonderful day, man. I know I did. Caesar, did you have a great day?
I had a wonderful day.
Nate, what about you? Did you have a great day with your dad?
Stupendous.
Awesome, man. I hope you guys out there had a great Father's Day. Let us know how your Father's Day was. If you're a father, let us know you're here so we can say Happy Father's Day to you and shout you out. And if you guys would share this tonight, I'm gonna give away t-shirts. I don't know how many, but we need you to share this. Yeah, we're giving away out freedom shirts. I don't know if you guys seen it. I don't have one on right now. I'm slacking. It's Father's Day. We went bike riding, and enjoyed the day. So if you guys would share this, I need you guys to share it. Put it in the comments that you shared it. That way I can see who shared it and who hasn't. That way I can put you into a drawing and we put you on the wheel of names and spin it. Caesar, will you read the clarity statement I got this time?
I will be happy to. The Hope Shot Clarity Statement. We here at the Hope Shot are a group of people in recovery spreading inspiration. We come from all different walks of life and pathways of recovery. Our verbiage may be different at times, but we all have one thing in common. Recovery is a lifestyle. We support all pathways of recovery. It doesn't matter how you get from A to Z, just get there. Thank you for being a part of our Hope Shot family.
Thanks so much, Caesar. All right, we got Jamie in here. What's up, Jamie? Amanda, good to see you here. Mike, what's up, Mike? We got Amber. Thank you, Amber. I appreciate that. We got Jamie says Happy Father's Day, everyone. Let's see. David, my man, Happy Father's Day, brother. We got Verna. Thank you for sharing. And we got Bodie. What's up, man? Happy Father's Day to you as well. Let's see. We got Michelle. Thank you so much for sharing. Like I said, guys, if you're just jumping on, share this feed. And we're going to give away t-shirts. So we need to know that you shared it by you commenting that you shared. And then I'll double check everybody to make sure that everything is as planned. You know what I mean? So tonight, it's Father's Day. We're going to talk about Caesar. What are we talking about?
I want to talk about expectations. So I've been doing some work with somebody trying to dig deep a little bit, and I can trace a lot of my resentments to expectations. And I feel like it'd be a good topic to share with everybody. If I look at most of my resentments, I usually set them up with an expectation of somebody to care about something as much as I care about it. Somebody to act a certain way. Just putting unrealistic expectations on people, places, things, situations, it just sets me up to be pissed and to be let down. And I'm really working hard on not doing that. So I guess the opposite would be acceptance. I've got a real small hula hoop of what I'm in charge of and what I can control. And that's my reactions, my thoughts, the way that I present myself. And I have no control over the people around me, the situations around me. So I've been working really hard on trying to accept things for being exactly the way that they're supposed to be and stopping placing the expectations. I mean, I expect me out of everybody else. I expect everyone to work as hard as I work. And I know Justin can relate to this, but I expect everyone to work as hard as I work. I expect everyone to be as passionate as I am about something. And that's just not the case, man. People are not, they don't care about the same things I care about. They don't work as hard as I work because they're not in the position that I'm in. And it's, I don't know, it's trying. I want everybody to win. I want everybody to be successful. And this goes for recovery too. The guys that I work with, I want them to just grab onto this recovery thing and just go and see their lives get better. And that's not always the case. They don't always have the willingness to do it. Some people haven't reached a point in their life that stuff's gotten bad enough that they're willing to do the work that it takes to get the freedom that we have today. And, I don't need to be let down. I need to accept the fact that maybe they're just not ready at this moment in time to grasp onto this thing. And I also have to remember where I came from. You know, I'm expecting perfection out of people when I've been basically a half-ass at best most of my life. I've got 8 years in recovery that I've worked real hard to get and to hold on to, and I've built up a really, really good life. And I can't expect everybody else to want or need to put the effort in that I do. So I don't know. I feel like it'd be a good topic because we've all got some kind of expectations of the people around us. We've got some kind of expectations of how the day is going to go. Oh man, you know, I got my schedule laid out perfectly. I'm going to do A, B, C, and D, and I'm going to get all these things done. And then that just ain't the way it goes, you know? So I'm trying to set my day up and say, this is what I would like to get done today, as opposed to I'm going to get all this stuff done, and let the day go as it goes, and try to take the hits as they come, reset my day, talk to my network, talk to my people, talk to my sponsor, and not let the first unmet expectation take me out for the rest of the day where I'm resentful and angry, and I bring that home to my wife and kids, and I'm pissed off when I walk in the door. You know, life's too short. I want to be happy. So it seems to be the key to happiness for me right now, to stop placing so many expectations on people and to really just worry about myself and my own self happiness, and what can I do inside to change my perspective. So that's what tonight.
All right, roll up the red carpet, Caesar.
Yeah, man, I want to hear from you, fine gentlemen.
All right, so we got some people in the comments, and we got so last night I went on to Against the Odds last minute. You know, he asked me to come on last minute. I guess somebody canceled, and there was another Justin on there too. And he was Justin 1 and I was Justin 2. So I'm number 2. remember
Did you have an expectation of being number 1?
No. Well, maybe, who knows? But I was thinking of Austin Powers, you know, I'm number 2. Who does number 2 work for?
You're a nutcase. I love it.
I am. I just that's what goes through my brain, bro, you know. So, and I love it. Let's see. We got Amber. Thank you so much for sharing. And all the humans and friends and could use this. Sorry. Thank you so much, Amanda. Let's see. Happy Father's Day, Justin and Angel. Make sure you tell your husband Happy Father's Day. We got Allie here. What's up, Allie? Thank you. Great topic. Expectations, man. We hurt our own damn feelings. You know what I mean?
Every day.
Every day. I'm always hurting my own damn feelings. Jessica James. Yes, thank you. It's so cool that, you know, this is what the collaborations with everybody all over, man. Going on to the podcast and sharing hope. You know, it's fun. It's exciting. I love it. It was last minute. So let's see. I wanted to highlight one comment in here and I lost it. Oh, Happy Father's Day, Dion. He says Happy Father's Day, everybody. You're welcome, man. Thank you for sharing your story. And then we have Dave. Dave, first time listening in, newbie in the program here. Well, thank you so much for being here. Happy Father's Day. So expectations, you know.
Welcome, Dave.
So expectation is the breeder of all resentments. It is a cesspool of resentments. That's what I like to call it. It's the cesspool. It's like the moldy bread. You know what I mean? So, you know, and I always say, man, my expectations of everybody around me are always going to be let down if I stop having those expectations. And for me, my expectations on myself are really, really high. So on other people as well, it's not as high as me, but it's there, you know, like my guys, you know, I have to bring it back sometimes, especially like when I'm doing work. I have expectations of my guys because I want to see me in everybody, but I'm never going to see me in anybody. You know what I mean? Because I'm me and you're you, and things it's just not how it goes. Like whatever works for me doesn't work for you. And I'll have these expectations on my guys, and then I'll be the one pissed off, angry, run around like a madman because I didn't find me in them. you know, but then I have to go back. Like I've been doing this damn trade I've been in for 24 years of my life. You know what I mean? So I've been done every lesson there possibly could be while doing it. And I bring it back to work because it's the biggest thing I have that I get the most expectations let down. And it's where I lose my shit half the time. Like I literally will lose it. And I really try to focus on trying not to. And that's probably one of my biggest vices is at work, you know. Then I have to bring it back to when I first started. And how long did it take me to figure out what I know now? Like it took all those years of failure, like all these years of failure to get to this point to what I know today. And for me to expect that out of somebody else is just straight wrong, you know? Um, also like even with my kids, man, you know, like I have these expectations of them and I have to remember they're only 6 and 8. Like calm down. They're not you know, like they do well. Like I remember when I was a kid and I'm like, dude, I was never this well off as a kid. And I have to remember that too because like I'll have expectations on them and they're getting up and making their own damn lunch every day to go to school. And I'm like, I don't ever remember doing that. But then on other things, I lose my crap, man. And I have to remember they're kids, you know, and it's okay for them to be damn kids. You know, let them be kids as long as they want. Because as soon as they hit that adult man, everything's downhill from there. Just kidding. But you know, the expectations are a breeder of all resentments, man. And when I catch a resentments, man, because I want everybody to do what they're supposed to do, like I would. Everybody do what you're supposed to do. Yo, you're not, you better get your shit together because like I have my stuff together and I need everybody to do it because I am and I'm this holier than now guy, and then I'll get a resentment quick, and I'm literally just drinking my own poison, and I'm literally just making myself sick, and just I'm miserable, and all I can focus on, I'm hyper focused on this one person not doing what they're supposed to do, and I'm ruining everything else around me. You know, and I'll get that way all the time, man. I'll literally just sit on these damn resentments for a long time. And nobody else knows until you have to have conversations and be like, hey, man, you know, but you have to do it in the proper way. Like, you know, you can't just jump off in anger and then it, you know, like I have to like literally sit and talk to other people outside me and here. I have to talk to my network, which is these guys, and tell them, hey, man, you know, like this is what's going on. What do you think? Am I just being like a retard or what? And then most time I'm being a retard and that's okay. And then I, you know, get put in my place. But, you know, it's like I go to these guys with this problem and they either set me right or they tell me, hey, no, that's wrong. And then like, um, and then I'll go about it trying to fix it. Because I am definitely not perfect and I can jump off quick in anger because I only know negative emotions. I was saying that on um against the odds last night, man. I only know negative emotions. That's like my greatest gift, I guess, or curse or whatever the hell it is. I don't know. But I want to hear from Nate on expectations. So I'm gonna pass it over to him. Like I said, guys, if you're just joining us, we're gonna give some t-shirts, some freedom t-shirts away. I'm gonna go grab one while Nate's talking. I need you this is how you enter. You share this feed on your page with your friends to anywhere you can. Come back in here and say you shared, and then we'll check it out. And then we're going to be putting everybody's name into this wheel of names. I love that. But and then we'll pick a winner. I don't know how many shirts yet. We'll see how many people share, and then we'll go from there. But I'm going to pass it over to Nate now.
Hello, everybody. Happy Father's Day to all the guys out there. Yeah, expectations is always today for me. It's more subtle. It's I have to like Caesar was talking about, kind of have to do some searching to see where my expectations exist. I can really talk about how my expectations were in early recovery. I when I first got sober, you know, I expected for everybody to, you know, open up their arms, be forgiving, to for me and my mom and my dad to have this beautiful relationship, for me to get my daughter back. Like I had all these expectations, And thankfully, I plugged in right out of the gate to some really great guys and started working with the sponsor immediately and got connected with this source and was able to gain some spirituality and have this shift of perception, which I truly needed because unbeknownst to me in early recovery, a lot of these things wouldn't come to be. You know, my mom passed away my first year of recovery. I lost complete custody of my daughter first year of recovery. And because I was doing this deal, working these steps, practicing principles in my daily life, I was able to work through this, and not fall apart. And kind of the same stuff, the same discipline and principles apply in my life today. Because like Justin and Caesar, I can have some unrealistic expectations on the business side of things. I have a couple employees that are really, they do a really great job, but obviously they're not going to do the same job I do, which is not to say it's a bad job. It's just not the way Nate would do it. And what I did is, when I'm dealing heavy with expectations, and this goes for anything in my life and in my recovery, when I'm struggling with something, whether it be expectations, fear, ego, selfishness, whatever the case may be, I have some sort of disconnect. There is something I'm not doing in my daily practice that is allowing me to not only engage in these deals, but sit in them as well and entertain them. And this is rings true for the expectations. I mean, if I'm not diligently and consistently, engaged in prayer and meditation and working with others, then I can get really lost and regress to some very archaic and familiar behaviors, which is my comfort zone. Me being accepting and compassionate and kind when something's not going my way is the exact opposite of my nature. Like, I am, maybe not my nature, but what I had been doing for 20 plus years to survive, in the grips of addiction. If something didn't go my way, I pouted, I stomped my feet like a little child, and today that's obviously not an option, but I can always see when these things are creeping up and becoming a factor in my life and causing me, discontent. I always have to plug back in. I always have to dig deeper. I have to, connect to my higher power a little bit more. I need to connect with my fellows a little more. I need to get busy with others because for me that is the ultimate solution. And when I stray from that, all different types of stuff crop up, and especially the expectations. I'd like to say I'm pretty I'm pretty good with the expectations of, this like the world, with things, with people mostly, but mainly it's like in my day-to-day business, because foolish Nate said, man, I'm gonna start this business, I'm gonna be my own boss. And now what I didn't understand, I would have 150 separate bosses that are all these separate accounts telling me, how to do what I'm supposed to do. So yeah, that if anything, that's where I struggle mostly today when it comes with expectations. Like I said early on, it was more like what I thought the world owed me. You know what I mean? Like, I had been, like, I'm a martyr, I had been through this, so I deserve that, like I deserve to you know, throw the, the confetti, welcome home, Nate. It's, we're throwing a celebration because you did what you were supposed to do freaking 20 years ago, which is get sober and being a responsible adult. Like I have to check myself for wanting accolades for things that I'm supposed to be doing anyway, which is paying my bills, being responsible, being kind and compassionate to others, having patience with a fucking 1-year-old black lab puppy. I have expectations on this dog now. I feel like he should be a better dog and this and that. That's a joke because he's a shithead, but I love him. Bodie, can we not right now? Thank you. Yeah, but and I hope that I can tell you exactly what the expectation that I struggle with mostly today, and I'm kind of not talking about it because it's a sensitive subject, especially on this day, is my expectation to I feel like I should have my daughter in my life, and in that expectation is where I struggle with my faith the most, because I always call it faith with trust issues. When it comes to my daughter, I have faith in everything else. I know I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I have faith that I had to go through everything to get to where I'm at. I have faith that that was one of my greatest blessings and gifts. But when it comes to my daughter and not being able to be in her life, that's where I waver. And in that wavering, I'll start struggling with, thinking like, am I doing something wrong? My self-worth issues will be peaked. I'll think, like, damn, God, really? Bro, look what I'm doing. And here that is again, that entitlement, look what I'm doing. Don't you think I deserve at least an opportunity? And this is a slippery slope for a person like me, because and not all days, but some days I struggle greatly with this, and it's those expectations of what I'm owed and what I deserve. And guess what? What I think I'm owed or what I think I deserve may not be the case. And today I have to practice acceptance with that, because I do know, like within my souls of souls, I know that there is a greater plan that I am not privy to, and that's okay. And I have to abandon myself to this recovery process, to work with others. And someone actually asked me today, they're like, I know it's going to be a difficult day for you, how are you going to deal with it? And I said, I'm going to just make it about somebody else. I'm going to make my dad's day special. I'm going to do something for a stranger, which I was able to do today at a store. I'm just going to get out of myself, get out of my own way and try to help somebody else. And that not only works in my personal recovery, but it works in my personal daily life as well. Because I find when I'm not focused on myself, that I can, give myself a break and allow my faith to grow into this space that God has created. And, I don't know when I'll get her back. I don't, today I'll flirt with expectations. I'm not going to lie. I'm human, but, there it is again. Like it just depends how connected I am on that day, how much I'm struggling with that because that is the, not only are, like a myriad of things out of my control, but this one is truly like, there's nothing the courts can do. There's not like, this is all up to the universe. This is all up to my source, what happens next. And I don't know. I just thought it would be unfair to the listeners for me not to share on that, because that's the greatest expectation that I struggle with today. But, with the power of this, the power of this deal, the power of this recovery process, and the blessings that it affords us through the connection with whoever we believe in and the connection with others, gives you like ultimate grace to have like a little bit of space to deal with these situations and not lose your shit, and it's another thing it allows you is I hate this saying, but it's okay not to be okay type shit. You know, it's so annoying, but like it's so true. Like my, you know, my the ability. Bodie, get out of there. Hold on. Come on, buddy. Beat it.
He is clearly
Anyway.
not meeting your expectations.
Yeah. This has been brought to you by our sponsor, Bodie.
You never meet expectations. No, but like my last point, then I'll pass. Is that power of connection, whether it's to who I believe in or my people. I am able to get through anything today. Ooh, which this is a good point. Let me make this point before I close on expectations. There are some healthy expectations. I promise you, one can expect if they go through this process honestly and thoroughly and connect to this power that they will gain freedom. You know, they will gain the ultimate freedom. And that is a healthy expectation to have today. And you can expect that if you continue to show up and be compassionate and lead with your heart and be true and have integrity, that your life is going to be much easier to navigate through because you won't have to hide anymore, you know? So these are, I mean, we talk about expectations in such a negative light sometimes, but there are such things as healthy expectations. I expect, and I know without a hint of hesitation that my source is always going to show up for me. And I also know that the manifestation of that source is going to show up through my connection with my fellowship and my people. And that I have healthy expectations and understand that if I continue to show up, you know, those expectations that I do struggle with, you know, will work themselves out when they're supposed to, not when I want them to. So I'm done.
I like how you brought that up, man. The healthy expectations. Like, it's
Yeah.
okay to have healthy expectations as long as we're not hurting our own damn feelings. There's realistic expectations that we have in our lives. Like, I know if I put my best foot in front of me, that I'm going to succeed, right? I know that almost anything that I've ever done since I've been in this recovery world for 4 years and change, that everything I ever do works out in my favor every single time. You know what I mean? Like every single time. And that's a healthy expectation. I'm like, man, as long as I put my best effort into anything I do, I know I can achieve anything. So we have some people up in here. And guys, if you're just jumping on, we are giving out here real quick. I'm going to show it to you. I went and grabbed them. We're giving out free t-shirts. We're going to have a contest for sharing this live video. This is a white one. So we're going to be sharing. If you guys would share it, come back in here and say shared. We're going to put your name into a drawing. And then this is the other one. It's gray and white. Gosh, I wish this thing wasn't on. Who is he? Oh, there we go. All right. I put it on me. There we go. So I know it's a pain. I got this little thing that blur out my back because I don't want you to see all my junk. My expectations are let down with this blur thing.
Hey, read some comments and then I want to jump back into the conversation.
Sure. Let's see what we got. Becky, you're not late. You're right on time. Promise you that. Welcome. I hope you can hear us well. And I know there was one in here and I really want to highlight it. Give me a second. I know it's in here. Sorry, let me get there. Oh, right here. I struggle with saying yes to everything now. LO. Working on boundaries, but I love sharing hope. It is super hard, especially when we get into this thing, trying to say no. And that's where you have to bring it back and find that balance again, because it's super easy. It's easy to say yes. Like we want to say yes to everything until our life becomes manageable again. And then what are we with? You know, like our expectations of ourselves are let down because we can't be everywhere at once. You know, I really like that because I am guilty of it as well.
I think we all are.
Mm-hmm. Like my expectation of me is ridiculous.
It took me a few years in this thing to realize that I could say no. I mean, like every service commitment, every volunteer thing. I mean, you can burn yourself out. My wife's sponsor, which I'm sure it's been passed down for generations, but she always preached, you can't pour from an empty cup. And if all I'm doing is giving of my time and my energy, and I'm not filling back up and I'm not working on myself, I'm not really giving anything anymore. So we always go back to balance, because balance is that moving target that we're always trying to shoot for, but it's just never going to be perfect. We're always going to be juggling the balls, but I got to take care of me first before I go out and try to take care of others. You know, I've got to fill up with my spirituality, with my sponsor, with my program, all those things before I go dump it all out in the community. And if I'm off balance with that, I'm kind of worthless, because you can't transmit something that you don't have, you know. And if I'm not right, then what am I offering other people?
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to say, you know, Nate, you do such a good job, man. I just want to give you props, Nate. But, you know, I forget sometimes we got people that are brand new that are watching this. And, you know, Nate was talking about the expectations in early recovery. And yeah, I definitely had a lot. You know, when I first dipped my toe in, I didn't have any, except for the one I expected to fail, because I had always failed before. But once I actually asked for help and didn't dictate what the help looked like, didn't say, oh, I need your help, but I'm only willing to do A, C, and F. I'm not willing to do any of the letters between that. Once I didn't dictate anything and I just took the suggestions, then that's when the expectations started coming, because my life started getting better. And I'm like, hey, I should have a job at this point, and I should do this, and I should do that. And that is not the path that I had. I was on foot walking up and down. Well, not everyone's going to know our area, but I was walking up and down 52 and up and down 19, which is not the greatest area to be walking around when you're new in recovery, and looking for a job and going to probation and putting in applications. And I had like an 18-year-old kid at a Checkers tell me, bro, you don't want to work here. I'm like, bro, I do want to work here. I want to work anywhere. It's been like 6 months and I don't have a job and I have no money. But there was ego involved, because every single application I filled out, I made sure that I put my college education and my business owners and all this stuff, which has no bearing on where I was at that moment, which was penniless with holes in my shoes and just need a job. At 2 years into recovery, I was with the mother of my child, and I had an expectation that once I got sober, that relationship would get better and things would get better and it would be different. And it wasn't. At 2 years, I left that relationship with a garbage bag full of my clothes and left everything else there, because the relationship was so toxic that I did not want my children to see it anymore. And since nothing was changing on the other end, the only way to fix it was to remove myself from it. She can't argue with me if I'm not there anymore. And I felt like an absolute failure. I had an expectation that I would be in a good relationship at 2 years into recovery, that I would have all these things. And I went and I talked to my sponsor, and I'm like, man, I'm a failure. You know, I couldn't fix the relationship. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. And he was like, but don't you have a job? I'm like, yeah. He's like, aren't you still sober? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay. So did you save any money from your job? Yeah. So go rent a house, do what you got to do, and stop calling yourself a failure. You're actually in a position that you're okay. And I had to stop and find the gratitude in that, because I was okay. I left for the right reasons. I left because the environment was horrible for the kids that were in the house. And the other person in the relationship was never going to change, no matter how recovered I got, no matter how much money I made, no matter how much I progressed. The other side of the street wasn't growing and changing. So it felt like a letdown at the time. And I look back at it now and I go, man, it was a strong move. You know, it was without a network and without everybody and the advice of everybody, I don't know that I could have been brave enough to walk away from that situation. That was the only comfort that I had. I had busted my ass the first 2 years to get us in that house, once I got a job, and to build that little bit of security. So to walk away from the security was like, oh my God, what have I done to myself? I know it was the right decision because God has shown me as I look back that my life has progressed and my kids have a beautiful life today. But, that expectation of how my life is supposed to look as opposed to how it is me playing God. I don't get to say what my life's going to look like. I get to put the work and the effort in, but the outcome is always in my higher power's hand. It just is, like I get struck by lightning tomorrow. I can't start picking the outcomes. I can only pick my effort in what I do. And Justin mentioned with the kids and packing their lunches and all of that and seeing the gratitude. I had to sit down with my kids one night and explain to them why I am the way I am, why I'm so anal, and why I nitpick every little thing and this and that. And I apologized to them. They're 9 and 10 years old. I said, I'm sorry I am the way I am, but I've made so many mistakes in my life that I try to get you to, teach you to do these things so you avoid making the mistakes that I make. And I said, I know at times it comes across harsh. And I said, I'm not trying to pick you apart. I just want you to be self-sufficient. And I want you to be able to stand up on your own 2 feet and make good decisions. All that being said, I really need to chill out because a sock on the floor is just a sock on the floor. It's not a slap in the face. A dirty room for a 9-year-old, they're 9. It's supposed to be dirty. There's supposed to be slime on stuff. It's supposed to be that way. And I need to chill out with that stuff. An expectation of a clean room with a 9 and 10-year-old kid is a setup for absolute giant resentment. But I don't know, man. Every time, that's why I always say I like to go after Nate, man. You pave the way, man. You go from the beginning to the present and you drop solutions. So I appreciate you, bro.
Thanks, Caesar. So we have first time viewer, first time caller. No, that's what always goes through my head. From Live Oak, Florida. I wonder where Live Oak is compared to us. Where?
Just north of Ocala.
Okay. Yeah, we're a little bit south of that.
South or north of? It's right near Ocala. One of them, bitch.
It's pretty much like that. I got it. Both of them.
Both of these, man.
Both of these. Is that where it is? There's a few. Let's see. Let's see. We got Christina says, learning to manage my expectations after my 4th step was pivotal in my growth. Let's see. Ashley Thomas says, I struggle with choosing to stay in unhealthy situations because of my toxic loyalty, but I'm making great progress with it.
Oh, that's a mouthful there, man. You're not alone because I promise you there are tons of people that stay in familiar situations because they're afraid to change. You know what I mean? And I mean, I'm the same way though. Like I come from a background of lots of prison years, right? So for me, change and familiarity are just like, I am so like, and I know Caesar can relate because we're the same people. Like you get stuck. You just in a certain way, a certain situation, certain people, and it is comfortable and it's familiar, and anything else is fucking scary, man. So whoever, I forget the girl's name who made that comment, but give yourself some grace and that the ability to like Caesar had said earlier, man, the ability to say no and make some hard adult decisions that comes in time. Once you're whole enough to not need that external to complement what you have going on in your life.
Yeah, I mean, and we're people pleasers. We want to say yes to everybody because we want everybody to be our damn friend. And the only one that's going to suffer when, for one thing, when we can't meet the mark, you know, we let ourselves down. We get this shame and guilt, you know, because we can't show up for certain people because we said yes to too many people. But that's definitely, it was Ashley, by the way, Nate.
Yeah.
that you were-
Yeah. Or like in my case, I'm so fucking empathetic and sensitive that I cannot stand to hurt anybody, man. You know, even if I'm not doing anything wrong, just to know someone is going to get hurt by something I do just terrifies me, man, because I spent 20 plus fucking years just tearing people's lives down, man, and hurting people really bad with my selfish actions. And today, you know, I try to live a life of honesty and integrity to where that doesn't have to happen. And but you know what? I don't care. Like Caesar said, what a line. Doesn't matter how recovered I am, man. There's some situations we have to navigate around, man, and it's okay. It's as difficult as it may be.
There's so many difficult situations sometimes where we have to, you know, have those hard conversations. I talked about that last night in our ATO, having those hard conversations and standing up for what we believe in and what we know is true, the truth, you know what I mean? Our truth, because I only have my truth. That's all I know, you know, and having those hard conversations, and it sucks, man. Conflict sucks sometimes, but you have to have it. Go ahead, Caesar. I know you're gonna.
No, I put this up. It's Christina. Definitely, my expectations of self were pretty daunting for a while. I had to step back and say, I didn't ruin shit in one day. I'm not going to gain it back in one day.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
that is worded so well because, and Nate touched on it. Man, look, I've been doing the next right thing for 30 days. Why don't I have the job, the car, the kids back, everything? And it's just unrealistic. But man, we feel like we deserve it. I appreciate your comment. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's exactly what I had 23 years of screwing shit up, and then I expect to have it back in a year. Come on.
Yeah,
Like, I don't even know how to get it.
I burned it down over 2 decades, but I want it back in the first year. Please,
yeah,
quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Why am I not here yet? You know?
Hey,
where's my Ferrari?
Yeah.
I have a good anecdote that touches on that too, and I'm gonna have to get a little vulnerable here, but that's okay. I don't know. I like to say I probably have PTSD, but it's probably not. I'm pretty sure I do. So I have nightmares, you know, 6 out of 7 days of every week, right? Prison shit. I'm going back to prison. I did something. It's imminent. I'm never going to get out this time. It's always the same formula, just different, you know, environments and absurdities, you know? And, I like early on, I'm like, man, when are these things going to stop? When are they going to stop? And, someone sat down and they touched on that very thing. Like, you know, like how many years were you in and out of prison and, you know, in chaos? And I was like, I don't know, 2 decades. And they're like, well, maybe you need to wait 2 decades for them to stop. And I'll tell you something. What has started happening, and I think I've shared this here before, but it's a good time to share it again, is that there is progress because surfing has started to implement itself in these dreams, you know, albeit like in the most absurd and odd, crazy ways, like floppy surfboards that can't surf or shark infested waters that I'm not going to be able to go surfing if I do have a operable board, you know, but like it's starting to happen. The shift is starting to happen. And I feel like it's the same in our recovery process. You know, the more work we do on a daily basis, you know, it starts to balance out and it gets easier. You know, would I like not to have nightmares every night? Absolutely. But I know that, you know, I put some bad out into the world, man, you know, and I'm, those consequences aren't always going to be obvious and showing up, you know, titled consequences. It's going to come in all different types of forms and arenas. And, I have to take that as a lesson instead of like something I'm doing wrong or something that's, you know, wrong with the universe or my recovery for that matter. Anyway, that comment made me think about that story.
No, you're right, man. Like that's what I tell my guys. Man, I'm like, I've been using in one form or another since I was like 12 years old. And I don't change, completely rewire myself in 8 years what I did for whatever 30 years. I was one way for 30 years. I've been this way for 8. So my thinking is still not right. It's just not. The other shit's ingrained in me. I wake up in the morning, every morning, untreated, like the lizard brain that's in there. When I first open my eyes up, I am not grateful first thing in the morning. I don't hit my knees and doves fly, and I'm just like, oh, it's a new day. It's beautiful. My alarm goes off at 5:30, and I go, oh God. And then I get into some readings, and I try to redirect my mind. And by the time I walk out the door, I feel pretty good about life, and I'm grateful. But my lizard, I don't know. I've been trying not to cuss on this, but I'm going to share this one. My wife told me the first word out of my mouth every morning for years has been fuck. And I'm like, well, that's not a good way to wake up. And I don't even know I'm doing it. It's like the subconscious first thing. But for a lot of years, I would have woke up and said that and gone, I don't need a job, whatever, and rolled back over. For the past 8 years, I've said fuck, and I've gotten up and put my shit on and gone to work and been responsible and done what I'm supposed to do. So there's growth there. I just got to retrain my brain to find a little more gratitude when I first wake up.
Yeah, listen, and it gets away from you really easy. Like that gratitude can be by the daunting of life. You know what I mean? Trying to get all those things back that we, lost 23 years, and we trying to work at it and got all these things we said yes to and got these, it's literally all these things that we get back. And then once we get them back, then it's like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
the level of responsibilities just the people on this screen right now have, the level of commitments and the things that we show up to and do on a daily basis, it's crazy what we do, like how much we do. And I think sometimes we forget, like, to be nice to ourselves, like it's
little grace, man, goes a long way.
I mean, I'm going to pat us all on the back. We crush it on a daily basis, man. We do a lot of shit, man. And I'm blessed to have you guys in my corner.
And that's it's we're the last people that give ourselves a little break, you know what I mean? And it's like with the hustle and bustle of life, man, trying to get, especially with the way things are going in America, you know what I mean? Like the rent's going up, everything is going up, man, but the pay stays the same, you know what I mean? We got to provide for our families. We got to, pay these, who knows? Like we have court costs early on, we got probation to pay back, restitution, got this, that, and the other thing. And we're trying to just make it the next day. And sometimes those things become these overwhelming tasks, you know what I mean? That just become just crazy. But we can give ourselves a break sometimes and say we're doing the best we can. And that's okay. You know what I mean? The best foot in front of the other. And like, you know what I mean? Don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself down that you're not where you're supposed to be. You're exactly where you're supposed to be at this moment. You know what I mean? You're watching us on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, but it's like, sometimes, man, it's like we want to be a certain spot and we're not. I always say, and I get this way too. And I have to bring myself right back down to exactly where I am, because I'm trying to get to that next level and I'm not enjoying the level I'm on. And I talk about that all the time because you know what, like be present, like they always say, my mind goes, I'm always resentful with the past. I'm fearing the future and I'm angry in the present, and I am just ruining, as I say, one foot in the past, one foot in the future, and pissing all over the present. You know what I mean? Like I'm literally ruining this level that I'm on right now that I've prayed about for years. I've prayed about this level and I'm not even enjoying it. I'm looking for that next level up. You know what I mean? Like it's cool, man. Like just stop trying to focus on that next level and keep up with the Joneses. Let's enjoy this level we're on right here, right now, just for today. You know what I mean?
Somebody told me, I did the same thing for a lot of years. Somebody said, what if there is no next level for you? You're just going to be miserable for the rest of your life. And I was like, ooh, because in all reality, I'm pretty happy with the level I'm at today. I'm not chasing anything really. it took a lot of work to get there, but I mean, I got to be grateful, man, because I didn't even have an expectation of ever owning a home. Like I didn't think that was possible for me again. I'm sitting in an answered prayer. I'm sitting in a blessing right now. To have the kind of friends that I have, I've never had that since maybe like grade school. That's an answered prayer. That's a blessing. And we're living it out. And sometimes we just let it blow by us. And we don't even recognize it.
It's like I remember when I first came here, like I got clean and all that. I couldn't even rent something. I couldn't even rent a house because they look at my background, and then I couldn't do it. And it would literally, bro, it would just ruin. I mean, just like I'm never gonna get anywhere. I'm a this, I'm a that. But then somebody gave me a chance finally, and I got a rental agreement. You know what I mean? But I remember those days, and then, I could get ungrateful super quick. And it's just, it's a good. Once you start putting stuff in perspective, and then you can start appreciating some things in your life, no matter where you are in it. Then gratitude sinks in.
Oh man.
Oh.
How you like that one?
I love that one.
Enough is not a number or an amount. Thank you, Ashley.
Yeah, we're gonna have Ashley on here soon. We just looked up with her through Amanda in South Carolina that was on. She hooked us up with her, and they run a recovery. She does a podcast just like this on Thursdays at 8 p.m. On Recovery Revolution. And I think that's in I know she's in Daytona, but that's in the North Carolina, I believe. But yeah.
In about 2 weeks, I'll be going live from North Carolina.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Are you gonna be exactly where I was?
I'll be in Blowing Rock, wherever that is.
Blowing Rock, that's hot.
It's 6 hours and 23 minutes from the water. How do I know that?
Because you wanted to see if you could surf when you came on vacation with us.
Yes.
That's a little far for a morning jaunt.
Yeah.
I wanted to. Did you guys tell Maya yet that I'm coming?
No, we haven't told her yet.
I'm gonna put.
But I think she has the expectation of UncleAte coming anyway. So don't get mad at Bodie. Bodie's gonna Bodie.
I'm gonna put some of these comments up and read some. Right.
Hey, put up if you
no. You don't run me. No,
I can put it up over you.
I know you can.
Put up Robin Medeiros. Here, I'll do it.
You do it. Thank you. You want to read
sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. God gave me my son back in 3 months recovery and moved back home in 6 months. I gave him away for alcohol and drugs. For 3.5 years, God has blessed me so much. I have been helping raise his kids for 5 years. So thankful. I know Robin personally, and I really respect her, and she is like a beacon of gratitude. So thank you, Robin.
One thing I wanted to do, there was a bunch of recovery dates up here, and I just wanted to read them off real quick.
Also, we got to give away shirts, Justin. We got 5 minutes left.
Oh, no. That I go through the shared things.
Oh, we do that after?
Yeah. I'm going to go through.
It goes into the wheel of randomization.
Wheel of names. I'm going to go all weird and creepy on this. Yeah. That's why. What's that?
Dustin. I was just saying hi to Dustin.
Oh, okay.
At the year, by the way.
We got Dustin with 7-1. And then Josh said, yes, that's by Lake City. Live Oak is by Lake City.
Yeah.
Northeast of Gainesville is what Dave told us. Thank you guys for putting that where it needs to be. We're just south of Ocala. So we got Robin's 22809. We got April is 102219. We got Christina 5619. Opal is 3718. We got Jacksonville in the house. We have 314-2020. 2022 from Jamie. Congratulations. And then we have Christina, the 25th of November of 2021. Let's see what we got down here. And then we have Robin says she loves you.
Oh, we love you, Robin.
Let's see. We got Dustin. That's exact That's the exact right attitude. When you come from the hell that we did, every day is a blessing and should be treated as such. Couldn't agree more. And that's facts, man. Don't forget where you came from is always a good motto to live by. You remember that day of pain. That's what keeps me in this right here. And listen, it's easy to get out of gratitude, but I try to go right back to that. Nicole says, love y'all. Thank you for being here tonight. My phone is going to drop service from driving in BFE. See you next week. Thank you, Nicole, for being here. We'll see you next week. We got Joshua's 3:11:19. We do recover one day at a time. Crystal's Athens, Tennessee watching. And
Yeah.
let's see. We have Becky Bennett. I think I am more thankful because I made it to 67 years old. Since I haven't done any heroin in a year and a half, I feel more alive than I did 20 years ago. It's funny how that works, you know?
That is awesome.
Let's see. I guess that's it for now, man. We got Brittany says self-care. That is one of the most important thing. We got Christina says, I got clean. I didn't get perfect. Let someone cut me off on the road and see how quickly I go back to my old ways. On a Monday morning. Come on.
I have a good remedy for that though. If you just assume that everybody's on methamphetamine, you can excuse so many behaviors. So anybody that's driving erratically or whatever, anything to do in traffic, I just immediately assume they're either on meth or on their way to meet their dealer, which I can definitely relate to. And it immediately leaves me with compassion and empathy.
That's hilarious and useful.
Super effective.
It really is, though.
Super effective, dude. I just assume they're,
I just see myself driving because I'm sure that's how I drove when I was going to meet the dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your dude calls, I'm leaving in 5 minutes if you're not here. I bet you I'll be there 4 minutes.
And that happens more than not. We got Mike Kane says we're blessed to have you guys, Caesar. We're all so appreciated.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys being here, man. Coming on here, sharing our stuff, supporting us. It's always awesome, man, because we just be talking to ourselves. You know what I mean? Like no interaction.
Which
you guys
we did.
right here. Yeah, I talk to myself all the time, so there's that.
A healthy dialogue with oneself is essential.
What the fuck, Nate? Laugh my ass off.
I was just about to click that one too.
Yeah. All right, I have a few more that I'm going to read off for dates, and then we'll close up. If that's good with y'all.
Say hi to Bodie, everybody. Hi, Bodie.
Hi, Bodie.
Hi, Bodie. We got Aaron Bush. He says 3/8/2022.
Right.
We got Stephanie 11/12/17.
Wow.
April. You know Steph?
Yeah. Good
Okay.
people.
We got Amber's 3/18/22. 6/17/17. And we got Amber from Flint, Michigan. What's up, Amber? We got Brittany says, I'm so thankful for you guys.
We're thankful for you.
More thankful than you know.
Verna is 1/14/2022. Bishop 3/64/2017. We got Brittany is 8/26/20. Awesome, guys. Congratulations to everybody on your recovery. Mine's 3/16/18. Caesar?
4/24/14.
Yeah, 6/12/18. Celebrated 4 years last Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Last Sunday? Yeah. What's the date?
I'm thinking about my date right now. I'm like, is that right?
Is that right?
4/24. Yeah, I think so.
All right, what's your birthday, bro?
I know that one. 8/24/76.
Would have been up too.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys again. I'm going to look at the people that shared in the comments. Now, if you shared it, make sure you put share in the comments. I don't care if you do it now or after, but I'm going to go check to make sure everybody shared the live feed. I'm going to put the names together tomorrow. I'll probably go live tomorrow evening. If not, we'll do it Wednesday. Just let me figure it out. Sometimes my schedule gets away from me.
Just hit me up and let me know, man. Maybe we do it before Addiction to Success.
Okay. Yeah, let's Yeah, we'll just go live. Me, if you want to do it with me, we can. What I do is I'll just put the names in a wheel and we just spin it. You know what I mean? If you guys want to, and then
I'll do it with you.
Do it with me. But this Wednesday we're gonna both these nuts.
Both.
And happy Father's Day to everybody. But this Wednesday we're going to have Jamie. We were supposed to have her on last week, but she has scheduling problem at work, so we have her coming on this week. And I'm gonna put the event out as soon as we get done here. And hope you guys catch it out. It's check it out, not catch it out. Catch me outside. It's gonna be this Wednesday, 8 p.m. right here live on the Hope Shot. We go live every Wednesday, every Sunday if you're new here, to spread hope and inspiration. And thank you guys for being here. Happy Father's Day. Thank you guys for being here. I love you all.
Yep. Love you guys.
Thanks, everybody.
See ya.